So good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Day five. Yes, day five of open. And we're going to start deepening into our hips. I love it. So remember, if you want to adapt, sit on a chair, do other things. If some things are too difficult, there'll be some intensity in what we do today. The other thing is enjoy and relish the fact that you can park further away from the door. I feel it in me. Sometimes I'm driving up to the thing and I'm like, I have to park as close as I can to the supermarket. And somehow there's this thing in me that actually that's the best option. And recently I've been trying to change that in my head, really go, I'm enjoying the opportunity to walk and to move heavy things around and to negotiate. So yeah, so see if you can find a moment like that in your day where you feel like making something shorter is the best option, and then pivot in your head and enjoy the opportunity to express the wellness of your body by walking a little bit further to the door of where you're going. So come rest into a child's pose and we shall begin. Resting in. Whenever I'm in child's pose, I always bring my knees a little bit wider rather than my knees really close. See how that suits you. Breathing into your belly, landing in. And just get a handle on the felt sense of you in this moment. How are you in this moment? Feeling it, sensing it, acknowledging it. Really being present to the deep of you. Nice. Cool. Coming all the way up into a cat pose. And then just rounding your back and arching your back. And as you move, feel how the stretchy bit at the back and then the stretchy bit at the front move. Deepening in, connecting in, leaning into how your body moves this morning, this evening, whenever it is that you're doing this movement. Nice. And then as you round your back, draw your knee forward towards your shoulder, towards your face, your right knee. And then as you arch, stretch your right leg long behind you, look forward. So we're allowing our spine to move as we do this, rounding as you bring your knee forward, lengthening as you bring your leg back, or arching as you bring your leg back. And just feel how the leg movement and your spinal movement complement each other. One more time. Super. Other side. So draw your left knee forward as you round, and then lengthen your left leg up and back as you arch. I'm noticing the stretchy bits. So as I round, draw my knee forward, the back of my body lengthens. As I lift my leg, the front of my body lengthens. So really feel into the sensations of what you're creating. Stretchy, elastic, 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 elastic. Nice. So I'm going to go sideways for this one. So from here, draw your right knee forward to your right elbow, and then swing your right leg straight behind you, and then bring your right leg over towards the left. I'm going to kick down my screen, I have to be careful. So right knee up, straighten your leg, swing it around the corner, and begin to feel the flow of this movement in your body. Where is the elastic feeling in one direction? Where is the elastic feeling in the other? And can you lean into the sense of connectivity that's been created. As my knee comes up, I feel the left rib cage. As my leg goes back, I feel the right rib cage lengthening. Nice, one more time. Super. Change sides. Left knee comes up to the left, shoulder, elbow. Leg straightens, swings around the corner. Up, swing. Feel the lengthening as your elbow comes up or your knee comes up. Feel the lengthening as your leg goes back. Map the connectivity of your body. So, oh, there's that lengthening. Oh, there's that lengthening. Nice. One more time. Super. Come rest into a child's pose. Resting your bum down, resting your head down. Staying in your child's pose, just bring your elbows back, make fists out of your hands, and roll into your wrists. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Open your fingers wide. Make fists. Open your fingers wide. Make fists. Nice. Come to your hands and knees. And so we're going to spin to do this one. Okay. So how did I do this one again? Yes. So bring your right leg straight out to the side so that your sole of your foot is resting on the floor. We're not going to spin. I don't know how I did the spinning one earlier. Anyways, so then, yes, I did a different version earlier. So sole your foot to the floor and then bend your right knee and lean into that hip. So as you do this, just feel that sense of leaning in. I know some of you with knees, and I hope all of you have knees, but some of you with knee issues will be adapting, sitting on the chair, moving sideways with the leg out to the side. Adapt away. Really find your way of moving this. And so as you lean, you're leaning sideways into your hip. Sideways. Nice, one more time. Sideways, great. Other leg, bring your left foot out to the side. Sole of your foot is on the floor. Bend your left knee, lean into that thigh. Where's the elastic in this move? It's in both legs for me, in different directions. One is the inner thigh, the other is the inner thigh, but in a different way. They're both very different. Notice the sensations. What direction are the lengthenings happening in? Nice. Cool. Okay, hands and knees, push back into your downward dog. Get off your knees and just have a bit of a wiggle. Just feeling that sense of rocking your pelvis a little bit from side to side, lengthening into the sides of your body. So as I bend one knee and lengthen the other, the lengthening leg, that side of my body is getting longer. Just feel that. Lean into the longer. Pause. Lean into the longer. Pause. So begin to really find that sense of the stretch and lean into it. Stay there for 2 or 3 moments, 2 or 3 breaths. And then change. Lean into the longer. You can decide how long you want to stay. The intensity of how long you stay is based on the strength of your shoulders. Nice. Bend both knees. Straighten both legs. Nice. Bend both knees. Straighten both legs. Cool. Bring both knees to the floor. Bring your left knee forward between your two hands and then drop your bum down on the left and end up kind of in a zigzag, a messy zigzag. So then tidy up your zigzag by bringing your right knee a little bit forward so that the sole of your foot is touching the top of your knee. Feel how this is. Noticing your zigzag, your bum is resting on the floor on the left. Your bum is probably off the floor on the right. Nice. And then see how it would be. Maybe you're leaning into the left hand. Maybe see how it is to bring more weight into the pelvis by lifting your hands off the floor. If you find that you can't lift your hand off the floor, then that's also perfect. Okay. So just see how it would be to try and lift your hand off the floor or lift your hand off. If your hand is still on the floor, then just come up onto the fingertips or lean a little bit backwards. If your hand is off the floor, then maybe you reach it upwards. So reaching up, maybe looking up. So either you're up on your fingertips trying to lift a little bit more, or you're actually reaching your arm up towards the ceiling on the left. Feel that connectivity. So now the lengthening feeling is happening from the left belly, the left hip, all the way through the rib cage, the armpit, up into the fingertips. Nice. Bend your elbow, bring your left elbow down to the floor. I'm leaning now towards the left, and sweep your right arm long beside your ear. Cool. Sweep your right hand back towards the right foot, rising up. Sweep the left arm across into elephant. Maybe you just bring your fingers, maybe you just lean towards the right, okay? See what that hand lifting is a thing, okay? So just see. Left elbow to the floor, sweep your right arm across. All the way up. I think years ago, literally years ago, we used to call this mermaid. I think this is mermaid. If you want, you can look at the ceiling underneath your armpit as you go left. You can look at the wall beside your armpit as you go right. So you're going sideways and then twisting a little bit. See how that is for you. Just moving into flow, connectivity. Really mapping the elastic movement of the body. Finding flow, connection. Super cool. Stir, come up to sit, stretch out both legs, roll into both ankles. Roll in the other direction. How's it to sit on the floor with your bum on the floor? How does your spine feel? Flex your feet, point your toes. Flex your feet, point your toes. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Hold on to your shins and just sit up tall. Rise through the spine, deepen into your belly. Close your eyes perhaps as you really sink your breath down into your belly. Nice. Twist. So for me, I'm going to move my feet a little bit away from me. That'll give me more space to twist. So my soles of my feet are still together. My feet have moved away. So bring both arms forward, pull the left elbow back into a bow and arrow, and then bring the left hand behind you. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee and twist towards the left. And then imagine that you're trying to see something just a little bit higher. So I'm sitting in my yoga class and there's a window and I'm trying to go, oh, is that Tom? So try and imagine that you're trying to see a little bit higher and notice what happens in your body. I didn't tell you what to do other than try and look higher. Suddenly you're like lengthening the rib cage, opening your chest, engaging your abdominal muscles, pushing into your feet, pulling with your hands, lengthening through the neck. Isn't that amazing? So gestures are far more intelligent than any instruction I can give you. So try a little bit hard, a little bit more. Rise a little bit more, try and look. And then come back to rest. Cool, stretch your legs out long, pause for a moment. Roll into your belly. That deep sense of circling. And then roll in the other direction, circling. Nice, soles of your feet together. Other side. So again, have your feet further away than you think. Bring both hands forward, pull your right elbow back, bring your right hand to the floor, hold on to the outside of your right knee with your left hand. You could be doing all of this in a chair, just to say, and you're just twisting. The most important part is finding a way of doing some version of this. So twist towards the right, notice where you are, and then go, oh, is that Mary? And try and get taller, like you're trying to see something a little bit higher. And notice what you've done in your body. Notice how the act of, or the gesture of looking engages so much of our bodies. Like we are wired. Not only does, yeah, it's like this is how you were created, is to see and to look, and to the gesture of seeking. Nice. And come back to center. Stretch your legs out long. Super. Come back again into your cat pose. Push back into your downward dog. Bend your right knee and lean into the left leg. Drop your right bum a little bit more down towards the right. Pause there, really leaning into that left leg. Nice. Other side. Bend your left knee. Drop your bum a little bit to the left. Straightening through the right leg. Lean into the right side, into the right leg. Breathing into it. Nice. And then travel from side to side. Find that moment of connectivity. Pause. Take a breath. And then change. Pause. Take a breath. One more time each side. Pause. Take a breath. And then pause. Take a breath. Nice. Both knees to the floor. Bring your right knee forward between your two hands. Drop your right bum to the floor. Slide your left knee in so that you're in a zigzag. And so zigzag is where my two knees are pointing towards the right. My right bum is on the floor. So at any stage if one of your knee goes, oh, I don't like this, then just stretch that leg out long, okay? You could have both legs stretched out long for this pose. Do you understand? You could be accommodating, adapting, like having legs straight. You could be doing this on a chair, okay? Find your way. It's really interesting finding your way through these movements. So maybe your right hand is really flat on the floor. Maybe your right hand is off the floor, but notice where you are on that journey. That's the thing. Having the ability to take your hand off the floor. Okay. If your hand is still on the floor, leave it there, or reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Reach up, look up. If your hand is on the floor, then lengthen and look upwards as you push your hand into the floor. And just imagine, how would I lift my hand off the floor? Literally without falling over. It is that thing. It's quite amazing. It's something in the waist. It's harder for men to do this pose. Less flexibility in the waist. So if your hand is on the floor, that's totally perfect. Okay. Nice. Bring your hand down. Bring your elbow down to the floor, and then sweep your left arm long beside your ear. Super. Sweep your left hand towards the left foot, and then elephant your right arm across in front of your face. Nice. Right elbow down. Sweep across. Maybe you look at the ceiling, so you're side bending and then twisting. And maybe you sweep it across into elephant and also twist. So just see, how do you feel the elastic of you opening? How do you connect? How do you find the version of this that suits your shoulders, that suits your arms? You could be not moving one of your arms at all. You could be really resting deeply with one arm and doing all the other movements. You find it, deepen into it. Nice, super. Stretch both legs out long. Pause. Feeling into your body, noticing sensations. What's this like in your body right now? Nice. So bring your feet wide. And then bring your right hand to the outside of your right thigh and slide your left hand down the right leg. And then come back up, change. Left hand to the outside of the left leg, slide your right hand down the left leg. So your opposite hand is sliding down. And so always, it happens every time. I have a soundtrack in my head when I'm doing this. It's like, that's really funny. And just travel. Whatever version of this you're doing. For me, this is a really easy movement. It's always been easy. I think genetically, I was born with ease on these pathways. Okay. But also, I do this for a living, so this is very easy for me because I do it a lot. Okay. So, wherever you are, it might be that you just touch your knee, you touch your knee, and that's your version of the pose. Maybe you drop your head forward and just feel that. Like, be entertained and excited by the elastic of you and how you can move it. How do you move this for you? What can you do with your elbow to support a little bit more movement? Can the supporting hand help you in any way? Next time you go to a side, doesn't matter what side you go to, pause. Remember, move. There's an intensity to forward folding. So wiggle a little bit, move your body, move your shoulders, breathe into your belly, lengthen your spine, move it. Really feel that sense of not staying with just one intensity, but moving the intensity around. Nice. Other side. Dropping down, opposite hand towards the opposite foot. Feeling into it, sensing it. Move it. Super. Come lie on the floor, all the way down. Land on the floor. Pause. Super. So stay there, or stretch your legs out long, or rock from side to side, or pause and come to stillness. Notice, notice how it is to be in your body in this moment as you lie here on the floor, after connecting to your knees and your hips and your lower back and belly. So remember, walk a little bit further. Shift your thinking mode or your mindset around having to park way away from the door. Be excited about the fact that you can express your wellness and move in your daily life. Awesome. That's what we're doing here. Move, connect, deepen, be well. See you all tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.